Peru. Enrique, take over.
Thank you so much, Ahmed. Hello, everybody. My name is Enrique Besones. I'm currently in Lima, Peru. I want to share with you a few things. First of all, who am I? I'm currently leading, I'm the president of the Peruvian Association of Software, Technology, and Digital Economy in my country. And as such, we're introducing a series of a series of projects talking about digital economy in our country. And that's very important because the presentation that I want to share with you guys today is about that digital economy. And as you know, or you might know, digital economy run and will run on platforms. The digital economy is the new frontier to wealth and growth management. Without the use of technology, firms will struggle to find a space transitioning. So we're talking about a world that is changing from video first with immersive 2D, 3D, metaverse, and Web 3.0 will surpass, social media. We will help you to create product and service positioning. Another area that I want to actually share with you guys is about the digital trade transformation for efficiency, sustainability, and inclusivity. That's a very important area, because the physical trade is going digital. In the wake of COVID-19, climate action and shifting supply chains, companies and countries are vying to bolster their competitiveness and mitigate risk. They are preparing for disruptions and embedding resilience into operations and supply chains is essential for business leaders and policymakers alongside achieving sustainability goals. So combined with the new ways of working, doing business and consumer expectations, digital technologies enable firms to balance priorities and collaborate across stakeholders and national borders. So digital trade technologies offer greater efficiency, reliability, sustainability, and inclusivity in international commerce and supply chains. Another thing that I want to share with you is one of the projects that we are implementing in Peru. It's called Peru con el Mundo, or Peru with the World. It's the first, business ecosystem in the country that our goal is how we can connect, small and medium enterprise with the end consumers and also with buyers around the world. So our goal with Peru with el Mundo is to connect all small and medium enterprises in our country so they can transform, we can help and accelerate their digital transformation. We can also help in developing capabilities such as innovation, and also they can reach out to their market, not only reaching out to their local market, but they can see the entire country as an opportunity. And also the idea that they can connect also with buyers from around the world. So we believe that Peru con el Mundo is going to be a tremendous opportunity for our country to take the SMEs, the small medium enterprises, and the digital transformation to the next level. Another thing that I want to share with you is how we can generate and capture new value in new ways along the value chain. We're empowering, the government, municipality, for example, that will connect directly with the citizens. We're even integrating, like AI biometrics, so we can validate who you are as a citizen. So now the municipality can not only connect in a very transparent and secure environment, but also we're talking about traceability, because now the citizen can sign, digital agreement with the government. They can do transactions, they can pay, they can do so many things. So this is the new way how we can generate and capture new value in digital and interactive formats. And also how we can create wealth, economic and social benefits. when we connect innovation and technology, it's not only about how we can create economic benefits, meaning how we can monetize in a digital world, but also we're talking about, social benefits. I'm talking about inclusion from the rural areas. I'm talking about diversity, how we can connect people from different areas, how we can bring together all of them in a very, secure environment. And of course, sustainability. We're talking about new technologies that will help countries, to help with the climate change efforts globally. And of course, locally, we can see benefits such as reducing inefficiencies for the traffic. I always said, if we can take out every day at least 1 million cars out of the circulation, we're going to help a lot to that particular country, because traffic creates huge inefficiency in our countries. So if we can give back at least 2 hours to these citizens that they lost at least 3 hours in the middle of the traffic, they will work on things that really matters, such as going to the physician, or studying more, or even going to the beach. But we will create more social and economic benefits. So thank you very much for listening to me, and I'm very happy to collaborate and work with NETSTAIRS. Thank you so much. Back to you.
Thank you, Enrique. I appreciate your time. My next guest is Mr. Carlos Vasallo, who has an extensive international business experience in startups and consulting with European and American firms. In addition, he has worked for multinational corporations where he headed sales and operations for Latin America and the US, such as IBM, Alexco International, Proxima, and Consolidated and Latin Vision Inc. It's my pleasure to introduce Carlos to you guys. Carlos, take over.
Okay, hold on, let me put this screen here, my share screen.
Great.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. And Dr. Moradi, thank you so much for the introduction. My name is Carlos Vasallo, CEO of Planet M, streaming from sunny New York City. I have been working with NETSTAIRS for about 10 years. NETSTAIRS Platform is made for innovation and disruption of any industry. Today, I'd like to introduce 3 business cases on how we are using NETSTAIRS technology in the digital economy. I'm going to move to slide 1. Can you see my slide there?
Yes.
Okay, hold on just a second. I'm gonna make sure that, okay, Visit digitally provides clean rooms for the hospitality industry. Clean rooms guarantee secure private rooms to brands to connect with clients around the world, obtaining first-party data in a total secure environment. The setup takes no longer than an hour, and the rooms can be easily integrated with hundreds of existing apps and software solutions using APIs. We're also working with Manhattan Manor, an iconic venue in New York City. Using NETSTAIRS technology, we were able to secure a quick partnership with them, and they are very pleased with our turnkey solution and fast turnaround. Manhattan Manor hosts more than 400 events a year. Therefore, we will be exposed to a variety of potential clients that will help us to secure more clients at virtually no cost. Finally, we are using NETSTAIRS technology to launch our own DTC line of consumer packaged goods, working with influencers, connecting them with about 100 fans at once. Fans can interact and buy our products in real time. The whole supply chain will be tracked in real time via the rooms, increasing productivity and accountability. Since all our products are sustainable, and therefore we will minimize and reduce the use of physical resources, as Enrique was pointing out, making a measurable contribution to make our planet better. Just imagine having 100,000 active captive shoppers in one room. The potential is endless, and we know it, since our goal is to build a global brand. Thank you very much, and back to you, Dr. Moradi.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You can stop the sharing and we can take over from there. Great. Okay, my next guest is going to be from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Thank you for taking the time and staying up late. First of all, Mr. Vijay has joined as a founder into Vipa Corporation as the CEO and Vipa, managing both United States and Southeast Asia market. He has worked over 15 years on hands-on experience on internet service delivery platform, content delivery platforms with many broadcasters and over 400 different companies in that regions. These are leading companies, governments, and so forth, all the way reaching out to the product and services that we launched in collaboration with Vipa called iSocial TV or Interactive Social TV about 10, 11 years ago. So we are pleased to have him today, and he will give you some update about his goods and plans that he's doing within Southeast market. Go ahead.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Murari. I'm Vijay, the CEO of Vipa Corporation. NETSTAIRS has been our strategic technology partner since 2005. And during the peak of the COVID-19 global pandemic, sometime in financial year 2020, Vipa and shareholders approached NETSTAIRS with a suggestive thought on a magic button that transforms itself with a click, made for those who embrace digital economy and subsequently become a value proposition to the traditional retailers, generate income without disruption. NETSTAIRS manifested the thought into real-time enablement. They presented Vipa with Web to Tele Magic Button, which transforms your websites to a data-clean virtual retail store. Complementing what Enrique and Carlos said just now, what is a data clean room? It is a secured private room connecting brands with real-time buyers without third-party advertisement that provides first-party data. Data clean rooms helps to connect to real buyers. All clean rooms should have these core foundational elements: security and privacy controls embedded in the tool, robust processes to enable meaningful privacy protection, transparent data governance controls, and a self-governing analysis experience. To learn more, kindly visit Forrester's article, The Truth About Data Clean Rooms. The world is changing. Everything is going to evolve around videos, 2D, 3D, metaverse. Hence, helping you to create product and service positioning, enhance the immersive experience, pleasantly surprise the viewers, and add real-time video as a verifiable trust platform to establish customer veracity. The solution is Web to Tele Magic Button, data clean virtual retail store, your companion to e-commerce. Now, Dr. Moradi will play a video. Ask us about Web to Tele Magic Button.
Sure. What I'd like you to do is stop sharing your screen if you don't mind, so we can basically feature that. And then I can put us on the sidebar and then bring the video for audience.
Need help with an item but cannot visit the store physically? Can't find what you're looking for on a website? Need help making the right choice on a web shop? Well, you're not alone. Forrester research tells us that around 50% of website visitors are unable to find what they're looking for on e-commerce sites. Also, at least 45% of web shop customers will abandon a purchase if they have a question about the product or the shopping process and aren't able to easily find the answer. Overall, the average conversion rate of a web shop is around 2.5%. That is, when there is no Web to Tele Magic Button available. When visiting your favorite web shop, look for the Web to Tele magic button. By clicking the Web to Tele magic button, you will enter into an immersive experience. Meet your store's retailer virtually in person and get answers to your questions. Let Web to Tele magic button help you navigate the retail shop in real time. All safe, secured, and privacy-proof. If you can't find a Web to Tele magic button, then ask your retailer when a Web to Tele magic button will be available. Your retailer will be very happy to enhance customer service, increase virtual traffic, and boost sales, because that is what Web to Tele magic button does for retailers. So, check your favorite web shop and search for a Web to Tele magic button. You want and deserve excellent customer service, right?
Click on Web to Tele magic button.
Ask your retailer for Web to Tele magic button now.
Thank you. So, back to you, Mr. Vijay, or are you finished?
Yeah, hold on, sir. I got one more slide. I'm just doing the screen share again. So today, VIPA announces the availability of Web to Tele magic button for financial year 2023 service offering as a new solution that helps marketeers, media companies, agencies, retailers, and technology companies accelerate deployments of clean virtual retail stores as a data clean room for audience consumer enrichment, segmentation, marketing measurement, and attribution. The solution deploying a privacy-safe, clean virtual retail store as a data clean room in the cloud makes it easy to connect first-party data with Web to Tele magic button, transforming to a data clean virtual retail store for privacy-safe data collaboration. As a use case, VIPA has embedded Web to Tele magic button into our website. Kindly visit our website and experience the immersive feelings for yourself. Thank you very much. Back to you, Dr. Muradi.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time. My next guest is Mr. Ricardo Canchola, who just recently traveled from abroad, and now he's undertaken a new project. Mr. Canchola is CEO, President of Interactive Academy of Performing Arts, based in Orlando, Florida, where all the big boys like Disney and Universal and so forth are all there. He has a passion about education, about children, and he has transformed that into a new production of a content that is going to come from 2D into 3D and experiences that nobody has seen. So I let Ricardo explain that. Ricardo, back to you.
Thank you, Doctor. My dear doctor and mentor. I just want to make sure I have my screen share up and running, and everybody can see it. Yes, as Doctor mentioned, my passion is into the education. I have been working with NETSTAIRS for a good 17 years, and I have learned a lot from NETSTAIRS, from Dr. Muradi, from the times that we were broadcasting on Flash. We did broadcasting for the White House. We were negotiating with several networks at the time to bring FIFA into an interactive broadcasting experience. Sadly, for that project, digital management rights are very difficult to overcome, but it was a great experience and the technology evolved. I have gone through the growing pains, and I have witnessed how technology changes and how NETSTAIRS have been on top of keeping up every single aspect of technology changes and challenges that the technology brings up into the world, because this is an evolving and very rapid industry. So I take my hat off to NETSTAIRS and engineers for helping us out always to keep up with the best in technology we have to offer. Now, Dr. Muradi mentioned that, yes, education has been my passion. Watching one time my daughter's concert and having the technology, I was able to put the two together and say, gosh, would it be wonderful if we could offer the arts and the technology and make arts available and affordable to all children around the world. Therefore,
I asked NETSTAIRS to help me create a platform that will be suitable for teaching. And with that, we were able to bring Pearson into the equation for English classes with the technology integrated to our lessons. And also something I learned is that King is pretty much content is the king. So technology by itself needs to be complemented with well-produced and with amazing adventures and stories, especially when you are mentioning education for children. Therefore, we are working on a project that is very dear to my heart, titled Ahoy Voyager. This project is an adventure in which everyone participates in defeating a malicious dragon, our antagonist, from stealing the arts from children's hearts. Therefore, we need every kid around the world to be participant, to be able to engage, learn art, and that will be the way to defeat the dragon, our antagonist, and bring back creativity into children's hands and bring the arts into everyone's hearts. And with that, we have right now initiated the process of raising capital to bring this product to fruition. We have a beautiful ship, as you can see, the Caramel Nickel in Delaware, that will be our flagship for the adventures that will travel around the world. And we will use this to become a the carrier of goodwill throughout the world. And the children, as we move along, will be able to have an immersive adventure. Ahoy Voyager is a Pirates and Princesses musical theater adventure. So once the kids start watching their series, to start learning their songs, they will be able to become a force driven into all products and companies out there, because they be able to create their own adventures at home. One of the experiences that we had back in the day with NETSTAIRS, as we were teaching a ballet lesson, we had little Sophia, a 5-year-old, taking a lesson on her TV in her living room. Well, all of a sudden the TV started speaking to little Sophia, 5-year-old, from the ballet instructor. Sophia froze and got really worried. All of a sudden, Sophia realized what interaction that now is very common throughout the school system was becoming part of her life. Next day, little Sophia became a prima ballerina, and she was able to absorb and become that character that she was watching on the screen, because she was fully dressed in tutu, she was fully dressed in her ballerina outfit. Another quick experience that was very valuable is, as we were teaching one of these ballet classes, a blind ballerina sent me a message interacting with us and say, "Hey, I am watching your class. I'm following because I'm listening to the experience." And that opened up a whole new world of opportunity and desire for Interactive Academy to bring arts to light, because there are people out there, like in Florida, there are 4 counties that they are not offering any arts at all to elementary school systems. Therefore, with your help, we want to bring all these technologies. And something that I was mentioning before, NETSTAIRS have worked very diligently in getting us is, as you are experiencing these rooms, and I just posting a sample classroom that is used in the digital world for Ahoy Voyager. On the sidebars, kids are going to be able to prepare for the upcoming episode. So they be able to learn Irish dance. They be able to properly sing the songs that are going to be used in the series. On the top of the screen of the frame where you see art, magic, and interactive cost per time, kids are going to be able to have a call, or companies that sponsor the series are going to be able to have call to actions. So they be able to present products, promotions, and the rooms can be dressed as the sponsor. So it's something that NETSTAIRS has always advocated, to have interactive cost per time with guarantee eye view to the experience of the viewer. So NETSTAIRS is not just a technology company, is much more than that, and always progressing and looking into the future, into new ways to generate added value to all the companies, to the digital economy, but also to stay up on top of future technologies, like is in the case of the Interactive Academy and the Ahoy Voyager being immersive and being able to look into metaverse, virtual reality engagement, all from the comfort of your home. So if you are looking for a wonderful opportunity, because I've seen it throughout many networks that I have worked with, and we have done broadcasts and productions, they all have been blown away with our technology, with our systems. And I look forward not only for you to joining us in an effort to teach education and arts, and the education is the basis of all cultures, and but also in the opportunities to serve you as a technology company in the growth for your particular needs in the market, in the new digital economy. Back to you, Dr. Moradi.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing your screen share. You can stop that now, and we can go to the next level. One of the other things that, Ricardo, can you stop the screen share, please? Thank you.
Yes, I'm looking on it. Yeah.
No problem. The next session that I wanted to share with you is another use case that we felt it's rather important before we go into the product orientation or giving you some value on that side, is based upon the area where we felt things can take place. For example, one of the areas we spent a lot of time on was in European Broadcasting Union post-COVID. And with European Broadcasting Union, for example, we were having the ability to present a virtual media center where we had to bring the journalists from all over the world and connect them to the finalists in real time. And this event went on for nearly 2 years now, all the way to Munich 2020 and in Rome 2022, actually, both of these. And in the screen share that I have shared with you on the broadcasting, you can actually see the sidebars and the buttons and everything else, because we were feeding up to 12 streams inside of here from different cameras, from different suppliers, from different point of entries, where they could get their results here. And when this was live, all of this content from Flash Zone all the way to the services that we were bringing through media streaming, feeding to 500 million feet through European Broadcasting Union and all of their partners. But one of the most important things that we had to do is really create that mission critical environment in real time. So one of the things that most of my colleagues are really referring to now is what we refer to real time, RT. RT now is an industry. It's an industry standard, because if you're going to communicate, whether we use product like Zoom or Team or WebEx or any other products for video conferencing, we all have learned that it can become relatively, boring. And we decided to create a greater experience into this kind of setting for you. So that's one of the reasons that in this room that you're experiencing right now, that we call digital media room, DMRs and DMCs are designed to provide interactive content and integrations and experiences that it would be normally out of the course of the video conferencing services. So these DMRs can be a companion. Example of what you're experiencing right now is with Zoom, actually. This was one of our product rollout that we decided to do during 2022-2023. And as we are going to embrace interactive content delivery network, we will add other service providers such as Team and WebEx to these digital media rooms. The general idea for these rooms were satisfying and helping companies that they want to transition from product and service of video call into real-time communication as a platform. The platform is designed pretty much like what you use at Facebook or LinkedIn to be yours and provide you with the add-on services, integrations, and so forth in terms of a workflow that you deem necessary. Example of that is a lot of our clients are coming out to us and they want to move into metaverse, or they want to move into 3D environment, and they don't have that kind of a luxuries because they don't have the team or the know-how and the experience. But first you need the vicinity. So in this kind of room that I'm showing you right now, as you can experience, you can have different content being presented on the sidebars like you see on the showrooms, and it can be expanded to a larger size so you can create an expansive research. And while you're doing 3D, 2D, and so forth as an experience, now you can simply come back and watch content. So now you're transforming your Zoom with the DMR as a companion into a whole new set of experience. Moreover, what we've done in these rooms, we've connected this through our AI players that you're watching on Let's Stream, for example, that we are streaming this room to our Let's Stream. And our audiences that they're watching as watch party, they're watching us as guests and audience and sharing the content for them through broadcasters or through rights management or through any services. But more importantly, every one of these products are designed to be independent, but yet if you decide to integrate this kind of services into a seamless experience, we can accommodate you and help you to reach those goals and objectives, as you can see in here. So in short, one of the things that we wanted to do is first talk about ICDN first. And as we are explaining, then we're going to another product, which is ZimZim. And then we'll talk about Let's Stream a little bit and what we call AI and biometric recognitions. So with that in mind, one of the rooms that my colleagues have already set up, and I thought it was a beautiful room, and I'd like to share that with you, is what we call frameless room. Again, the idea of bringing creative imagination, science, technology together, it's always become an immersive experience for us, which we have done that for the last 22 years. We have served many brands and clients around the globe. So knowing this kind of settings, it gives us the ability to bring a user experience through partnership, through collaboration with other creative entities that we have worked in the past with the ad agencies, with the broadcasters. As we work, for instance, with Asia Pacific Broadcast Union or with European Broadcast Union, we become really working a beneficiary as a provider into their TV federations. So one of the areas that we try to bring is this kind of experience to the TV broadcasters where IOTT, interactive over the top, can be deployed over ICDN, where you can define what we call watch parties, like you are watching, or watching an experience together, that we call it a peer cast. So you and I can be watching the same streaming inside the room, so as hundreds and thousands or millions of other people having the same stream coming to them. So what we have done in this kind of DMR, we have created an ability to accommodate a variety of CDNs, streamings, players, HTML5 standard in a secure private. So you can reduce all the noise from third parties. And when you bring that, you can apply what we call the 25x. In the background, when you're putting the content and you're sharing that content on a repetitive basis, depending on the branding and advertising that you will see in a few minutes inside of some of our rooms, like for example, coming into a digital room showroom, then you will see inside the showroom, you have different kind of experiences that you will have as a use case. So if you feel you like to explore more, simply go into icdn.video, visit the icon or the button called showroom, and experience the showcases of different kind of a setting that it's been set up, that it gives you that kind of experience. Some of these are open houses because the moderator has set it up that way. Example of this room that I'm going to go through is going to be like this. So you will see again, I'll come in here, say hello to you all, and while I am streaming, unmute myself so this way we don't get double echo. We are loading a 3D by 2 in motion. So when you come here and you like to experience 3D experiences into virtual and building your kind of area that we were talking about, now you have that ability to move from one room to another room. You can enlarge, reduce, and look at their point of directories, for example, and if you prefer to be in a designated place and so forth, you can simply just move to that kind of a structure. So these kind of things have been established inside ICDN for you that you can simply deploy and apply and use that to your advantage. So in short, ICDN is really designed to connect to CDNs for your media streaming purposes. It supports a whole library of content from YouTube to Vimeo to Akamai to Kaltura's to Bitmoving to any of the other CDNs that you're using. We have implemented it in here. And more importantly, we have put this kind of experiences from the streaming that you can use it in the background, and as well as having information like we were showing with you on the site. So you can simply click on those and be able to get different experiences based on call to actions, buttons, events, and everything else inclusive inside of your room. So you do not have to go from one side to another side or from one tab to another tab. Now, with that in mind, what we are going to do is move away from ICDN and this experience into a platform that we call ZimZim. So on ZimZim, I will now share the broadcasting with you here. And this ZimZim is designed with SFU. One of the areas that you need to be aware of is the foundation of our ICDN works and mechanics of connectivity comes from three different sets of technologies, what we call mesh or SFU, and also right now connected to Zoom. So you have three different layers. SFU gives you selected forward unit or a streaming that it runs on ultra low latency. So when you come to the rooms and be able to watch these rooms as a connectivity and so forth, you now have added a feature that you subscribe to what is called monthly active users. So if you decide you want to have 1,000 users, you can have unlimited number of room created for that 1,000 users. And then as long as you use within that confinement of 1,000 users, you can have different sessions, different room, different arrangements, and different requirements for your rooms. And then every one of these rooms are designed to handle large volume, up to 500 to 1,000 connections that you can capture and OBS it or XSplit it or connect it to your Avid system and stream it back as an output, as we are doing right now with our use of technology to using our ICDN, streaming it through the channel that we have and connecting it to ZimZim, where you can bring real-time stream. Now, one of the key advantages of that are when you send a link to someone, that link is only a shared link with the privacy and security and encryptions. So they cannot copy and send that to somebody else when they're coming into a ZimZim session. These are designed mostly for the reporters, broadcasters, where they want to interview somebody, but they don't want to go into a complexity of installing programs like Skype or other download softwares, doing configurations and so forth. So these technologies are designed to be no download, no install, no app. Simply send a link. With the link, they can participate as your guest, as your audience. And also these products are designed to become a gateway for social streamers. So with that, we are going to move a little bit into our Let's Stream. Our Let's Stream is a new platform that nearly has become successor of Let's Cast. Let's Cast was used last year in a project that we had to do for Life's interactive concerts in Madrid, Spain, and selling rooms and tickets. And the result of that became a two-pronged strategy. So here in this kind of a room that you have as an experience, as you can see, you can have different audiences and you can have hundreds and thousands of these rooms as activation codes transmitted and broadcasted while we are looking at the other areas such as Let's Stream. It's a large venue, and the large venue allows you to create networks, and these networks allows you to create different genre. So therefore you can create a point of interest and creating different subject based upon your audience. And when you want to search that and create that, then you can create what we call channels. These channels now have designed for different audiences. There are several ways of Let's Stream event can take place. For example, you can set up an open house by just simply clicking and entering into a location where you simply place your name, right? And then by submitting, then you attend to the session. It's that simple. And then the streaming that is coming comes from the source. And this particular stream is coming from ESTV from Los Angeles with the permission of our colleagues, Eric Brown, Yoon, and his team in Los Angeles. We are sharing that stream with you in here into what we call a watch party. Now, in this watch party, it's up to 100,000, even millions inside these rooms. And that is one of the reasons that everybody can interact and engage. This is normally what is known as watch party for companies like Disney and Amazon, that they put a chat with the streaming together and let the audience share. But the moment you go into this kind of a room settings, like we are explaining to you and showcasing it to you, these are what we call peer cast rooms, where you have your peers, but you're watching the same streaming content that is coming from the source to you, and at the same time you're collaborating, communicating, and engaging regardless of that. These are ideal for what we have done for the sports, for the esports market, for the education market, such as what Ricardo was explaining to you in the past, and for say events like Manhattan Manor, that is going to create a physical and a virtual event and put it together, or building a city that we are doing in collaboration with the Dutch people in Peru, in collaboration with Apisoft, to actually create a complete smart city with all interactive amenities in here. So this room technically becomes a follower that you can take it with you through your devices, have your privacy and security, and then engage, interact with the content that you deem necessary without really giving away anything from your social media. And meanwhile, on the right-hand side of these rooms, again, you will find contents and icons that these are connected to the social chats, such as your WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, and so forth. So the idea is not to take away from you. The idea is to give you a clean room or clean rooms, and with the channel and property that you can help out with social influence, with creative commerce, with your broadcasting and project without jumping from content. So when you want to create content aggregation and so forth, and you want to put that in places for different people, now automatically you can accomplish that kind of establishment and help people to participate in this kind of a venue. So in short, one of the things that we have tried to do is to bring the idea of this corridor through interactive content delivery network for our strategic partners, that they come from banking, financial, insurance, securities, education, media, entertainment, into a phase. Because one of the things that we have observed is very simple. And if you take a look around from a bird's eye view, the generation of mobile phone users in the early stages were called selfies, because we all look at things from a content point of view, right? We tap to a link, we go to a so forth, and we watch. But then we moved post-COVID into the generation of collaboration, the hybrid work, hybrid entertainment. And with that, hybrid is here to stay because it brings a lot of convenience. It reduces carbon footprint. It helps us to accommodate things that we would not normally be able to do from 4 different corners of the earth in real time and broadcast that to you. And in addition to that, we have the ability now to bring this technology integrations with the WebGL, with Unity, with Twinmotions, with Linden Labs, with all of these metaverse guys that they are building the next Web 3.0 and platform together. Because there is a fundamental issue. Not everybody got glasses, okay, first of all. So not everybody can experience your immersive experience. But we can put the 2D immersive here that we can create that experience for the transition. So ultimately, the way we are seeing the market coming in, including some of the experimentations we are doing, our brands are creating a web page that it gives the user, because it's all about user experience actually, a three kind of an experience. If they want to go solo, they just go click on it and they go into your website to enter to your platforms, doing the same thing that they're doing. But the next thing is watching it together or bringing it from first party data, second party, third party to create a viable referral source. And by doing that, then the digital media rooms becomes a gateway for them that they can bring their trusted sources, and you can harness that data and use it for your marketing, management, distribution, etc. And the third part about that is that the third button could be that you click on it and then you put your headset on with your glasses and you move into an immersive experience. This three transition is going to carry us in the next 2 to 3 years as technology evolve, as things happen, as AI and machine learning come together. And speaking of that, one of the area that we got involved very heavily into it is into area that we call it biometric recognition. So we will be sharing a little experience in here with you on biometric side, as Enrique touched upon. One of the area is always about multi-factor authentication, two-factor authentication, security of the people that they're coming in here. Are they real people? Are they fake? All of these factors have become part of our entrance into our platform. We don't want strangers to come in. We don't want party crashers to destroy our party. So what do? We want to avoid that. In order to accomplish that, we have been able to work with organizations like EBU to connect it to their OAuth and to their 500 million database, so nobody can come into their platforms without their authentication. But in here on TOC, ICDN, where you are experiencing right now, your eye becomes your source of recognition. And then when you click on a presentation in here, the company that we partner with, they just got acquired by Sovos, a New York Stock Exchange company. And they had worked for many years into a structure that we valued the most because they are in Latin American, but more importantly, they connected their system to national IDs of certain governments, such as Mexico, Peru, Chile, Argentina, and Uruguay. So when you're coming inside the room, one of the process of authentication is they check out your national ID or your passport. So this idea of getting fingerprint, facial, and iris together with your recognition and so forth, it improves the security to a layer that they have brought in this kind of services to financial institutions, to pension funds, to insurance organizations, to retail, to government, and events. So therefore, when you want to build a complete secure end-to-end, ICDN at the back end is designed with AI and machine learning, and on the front end now with the biometric and facial recognition, it gives you the ability to create an end-to-end complete protection and security for your audience and your clients. So we wanted to share some of this input and ideas with you because we felt these are important information that at least for the 2023 product rollout goes in. We didn't want to get into a lot of details of those, but in the next sessions, as we are scheduling future events, then we basically dive down into every one of these subjects and start explaining more about use cases, bringing some additional guests that they are going through these experiences. But the most important message that we want to bring to you is real-time communication is the genesis of what we do in today's market. And if we don't bring this 2D, 3D integration with the streaming and the CDN into a clean room format that we've already done under a virtual private cloud, you have to spend years and years to get in here. We can give you a springboard, and from that springboard, you can launch different projects that we are doing for different providers and partners. In short, I want to thank you all, my guests that you have attended here. If you'd like to say anything to the audience, just turn the podium on. Enrique, yours first.
Yep. Well, thank you so much, Ahmed, for your presentation and everybody. I believe we're watching the next generation of intelligent, immersive, and interactive services that are going to change, the way how we communicate, how we collaborate with the entire ecosystem. And I'm talking about every, like meaning from different areas, from entertainment all the way to banking, to education, to health, so different areas. So digital economy will impact every industry out there, and I believe we have a tremendous opportunity to bring something new that can generate and capture new value in new format. So thank you so much for the time, Ahmed, and back to you.
Thank you. Carlos?
Yes, thank you so much, Dr. Moradi, for giving us this opportunity. Well, Enrique have said most of it, but if you need any help, you feel free to contact any of us. Any industry is ready for disruption, and it's this technology that NETSTAIRS has developed. It is basically way ahead of the game, and it's a fantastic opportunity for any company to move into a digital economy. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. DJ?
Thank you very much, Dr. Moradi. And in order to stay ahead of the market and leapfrog the industry and your nearest competitor, what Dr. Moradi has allocated so eloquently was brilliant. That's the way to stay ahead of the market, because remember that not many other companies do a third-party licensing. So again, the business model is very simple and sweet, rent, lease, or own, whereby now you have an opportunity to also become a platform owner and fuel your own digital economy. Having said that, thank you very much for having us today, streaming from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Thank you, Dr. Moradi.
Thank you. Ricardo from Orlando.
Yes, Dr. Moradi, I was just listening to your conversation, and something that came to mind. I was just looking at BitCon, which is the new conference of how to monetize YouTube, how to monetize Twitter and Twig, and all these new venues. What is happening with the younger generations? I mean, there are two different markets that we have to analyze here. One is the younger generation that, well, let me start with the digital economy, where financiers, economists, politicians are looking at. And then we have this younger generation that we have to compete and capture their attention, because now videos are getting shorter. They're running to the 6 second in order to capture that attention. So you are keeping up with a fast moving train. One of the things that we analyze and we've been following in the process of education is how do we compete in taking away that short attention span. And that is perfect what you were mentioning about the watch party movement, about the watch party interaction, because now a kid trying to learn a task or get into a hobby of learning violin, it could be a mundane and very tiresome process. But if that process becomes part of a group study, a group of engagement, the process of being in front of a camera or in front of a TV screen becomes less burdensome. So you'll be able to stay on top with your friends, which you are doing, whether it's texting or basically texting or sending really quick Snapchats. Now you are going to be able to engage and take over that short attention span that advertisers and everyone are fighting for, those eyeballs. So I think Watch Party is in the right track. There's still a lot of work to do, but BitCon is one reference that came to mind as you were mentioning the metaverse, the virtual reality, the engagement, and the security of how kids will engage in the future into the technology. So thank you so much for that education, and look forward to continue working and engaging with the new markets as they arise and evolve, which is ever changing.
Thank you. To our audience, I want to thank you for all attending and listening to our presentation. If you missed it, we will send a recording of that uploaded into the servers and share those with you. But more importantly is what we are looking at is a 2023 forward-looking roadmap where we feel you have to think about everything in real time. And you have to think everything that has to manifest. That is one of the reasons that Mr. Masones mentioned to you. These rooms are designed IoT enabled. We have sensors behind these rooms. They are not just rooms. We connect this to medical devices, to electronic systems, to intelligence, into even appliances and so forth. So more importantly is, as solution engineers, we always look for solutions in real-time video to provide that as a way of collaboration and communication to mitigate risk, fraud, and secure that and make that available to small all the way to enterprise and governments that we are working around the globe. In short, I want to thank you all. If we don't see you online, just in case through streaming, we all wish you a great holiday season. Thanksgiving from United States and happy holidays from different parts of the world. And more importantly, we look forward to working with you all. So if you have any questions, feel free through various social media or our site to contact us, and we will be refer them to the proper person and they can assist you accordingly. Thank you so much for attending, and be well, everyone. Ciao.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Moradi. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
All right.